What if I told you there's a philosophy used by the most efficient companies on earth? A philosophy so powerful that it transformed Toyota from a small manufacturer into a global benchmark for quality. And it can do the exact same thing for your career, your habits, and even your daily life. This philosophy goes by many names: lean, continuous improvement, Kaizen. But at its core, it's simple: make small changes continuously to eliminate the things that slow you down and amplify the things that move you forward. Most people think Kaizen is only for factories or engineers, but once you understand it, you start seeing waste everywhere: in your kitchen, in your schedule, in your spending, even in the way you think. This way of thinking was first introduced to me by my current workplace, but has greatly changed the way I approach problems and identify solutions. The goal of Kaizen is to reduce waste, or Muda in Japanese, in your production system as much as possible. To identify waste, we need a clear definition. Waste is defined as anything that does not add value to the end product. The seven most common ones are transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. Although these forms of waste are the most common, there exist others such as wasted potential or wasted physical space. The waste of transportation is the resources allocated to transporting the product between operations, buildings, towns, or countries. It is the waste that comes from moving your product unnecessarily. To better understand each of the most common forms, it's best to make analogies to the real world. For example, if you live far away from your grocery store, you'll have to travel further for groceries. The waste of inventory is holding more than what is required to get the job done. Your closet is probably full of clothes that you almost never wear, and the ones you do take up only a small portion of space in your wardrobe. Motion is the waste associated within a single operation. For example, when cooking, you need to remove the vegetables from the fridge, cut them at the table, then move them to the pot of boiling water on the stove. All the motion associated with moving the vegetables from the fridge to the counter to the pot is waste and adds time to your cooking. Speaking of time, waiting is the waste that comes from time passing without you doing anything of use. This could be the time it takes for your dishwasher to finish washing the dishes where you aren't actually interacting with them. As they get washed, you need to wait until the cycle is complete in order to put them away. Overproduction is a symptom of creating more than you need, such as cooking too much food for meal prep for the week and not being able to eat it all. Or this could simply be making too much food for one meal and having too many leftovers. Overprocessing is a more discrete waste that comes from doing more than is necessary to get the job done, such as taking a shower 3 times a day when one shower would suffice. Defects are the result of poor quality control. At worst, this could look like a doctor misdiagnosing a patient and treating them for the wrong illness, or even a package getting mailed to the wrong address. While defects range in their severity, over time, they all result in a poor process. Another core concept of Kaizen is the idea of flow, more specifically, one piece flow. Typically, we use batch processing to generate our products or services. This may look like shoving in as many clothes as possible into the washing machine, mixing whites and colorful shirts and towels with delicates. The typical result is that everything is done at once, which you may think is good. However, this ignores the idea of quality. How can you be sure everything is thoroughly washed? How can you ensure your white shirts are not now pink? How can you know that when you go to dry everything, that all your items will be dry and not shrunken? The answer is you can't. Batching reduces the quality of any process because it allows you to miss key considerations for each item. With that heavy of a load, the washer will also take far longer to run, as will the dryer, and thus you will end up waiting much longer between cycles to switch and then fold the laundry, which, as we already discussed, could be of poor quality. Moving towards one piece flow, on the other hand, would look more like separating each subset of clothes into constituent smaller quantities. One load for whites, one load for colorful clothes, one for delicates, and one for blankets and towels. A further improvement would be doing laundry twice a week to reduce the amount of strain throughout the week instead of saving all that laundry for one day. Many companies claim to run lean corporations. True lean businesses, however, who follow these ideas of Kaizen are hard to come by. Additionally, there are many rules which often create confusion and conflict among veterans of industry. Understanding the seven wastes is just the beginning. The real challenge and the real reward comes from learning how to see them in the wild, hidden inside your daily routines and your company's processes. In my next video, we're going to break down the specific rules that define true lean thinking and explore exactly how to spot waste with clarity instead of guesswork. Once you learn to recognize these patterns, improvements stop being a task and becomes a mindset that reshapes everything you do. For more videos like this, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.